The morning sun spilled golden light over the cobblestone streets of Eldritch. Clara adjusted her scarf, the crisp air brushing against her cheeks as she walked with a mixture of urgency and curiosity. The town seemed unusually quiet, the kind of stillness that made every creak of the old wooden doors and each flutter of birdsong feel magnified. Today was special. She could feel it in the rhythm of her heartbeat. She entered the small, cozy cafe at the corner, the scent of freshly baked bread and steaming coffee wrapping around her like a warm embrace. The soft chatter of patrons, the clinking of cups, and the faint strain of a piano created an atmosphere that was both comforting and inspiring. Clara settled at a corner table, flipping open her sketchbook to capture the morning light spilling across the polished wooden floors. Through the window, her gaze fell upon a stranger, a young man with a camera, capturing fleeting moments with precise care. Daniel, a traveling photographer, had wandered into Eldritch seeking inspiration, unaware that destiny was quietly guiding him toward Clara. There was a subtle pull, a quiet recognition between two kindred spirits who longed to explore the world beyond the ordinary. Clara's pencil danced across the pages, sketching the barista's careful movements, the delicate pastries on display, and the golden sunlight reflecting off glass jars. Yet, her eyes kept drifting to Daniel, watching as he adjusted his lens, framing the world in quiet, deliberate snapshots. Each shutter click was a whisper of curiosity, a bridge between two souls slowly drawing closer. As hours passed, subtle interactions, an exchanged smile, a shared glance, hinted at a connection neither expected. When Clara finally stepped outside, the sun hung high in the sky, illuminating the town in a radiant glow. Flowers spilled over the edges of window boxes, and the sound of children's laughter echoed faintly from the distant square. Daniel approached her with a tentative, warm smile. "I hope I'm not intruding," he said, "but I've noticed your sketches. They capture something rare, something alive." Clara's heart skipped. It was unexpected, yet felt strangely destined. She found herself sharing stories of her childhood, of quiet dreams, and fleeting inspirations, while he recounted tales from his travels, the moments he sought to freeze through his lens. They wandered through the town together, discovering hidden alleyways adorned with murals, old fountains that whispered histories, and marketplaces alive with vibrant colors and scents. Clara sketched the intricate details, Daniel captured the essence with his camera, each moment layering their connection with unspoken understanding and mutual respect. Laughter erupted at small mishaps, a spilled cup of coffee, a startled bird, and each shared smile deepened the bond forming between them. As the afternoon sun began its slow descent, the town square became a canvas of golden light and long shadows. Clara closed her sketchbook, her fingers tracing the lines she had drawn, reflecting the growth of inspiration and the warmth of companionship. Daniel adjusted his camera one final time, capturing the interplay of light, shadow, and life that defined Eldritch. In that fleeting day, two strangers had found in each other a kind of magic that neither had anticipated, a connection both delicate and profound, setting the stage for the journey that lay ahead. The morning after their first encounter, Clara awoke to the gentle light filtering through her window, the soft hum of Eldritch stirring outside. The memory of yesterday lingered like a delicate melody, and her heart beat with a quiet anticipation. She reached for her sketchbook, flipping through the pages where Daniel's presence had somehow been etched in lines and shades. Today, something felt different, a sense of promise, as if the town itself was conspiring to weave their stories together. Meanwhile, Daniel wandered through the narrow streets, camera in hand, capturing fleeting moments, the flutter of laundry in the wind, the reflection of sunlight on cobblestones, the subtle expressions of townsfolk immersed in their routines. Every frame seemed to whisper a story, yet his thoughts kept drifting back to Clara, her sketches vivid in his mind, her laughter echoing like a soft refrain. Their meeting at the cafe was unplanned, yet it seemed inevitable. Clara arrived early, settling at their favorite corner table, the sketchbook open, pencils ready. Daniel entered moments later, his camera slung across his shoulder, eyes bright with recognition. Their greetings were simple but meaningful, a nod, a smile, an understanding that words were sometimes unnecessary when hearts were aligned. They decided to explore the outskirts of Eldridge, where ancient stone walls bordered lush meadows and hidden gardens. Clara sketched the wildflowers that bloomed along the edges, their colors vibrant against the aged stones. Daniel captured the textures, the roughness of the walls, the softness of petals, the play of light and shadow as the sun climbed higher. Each photograph and sketch complemented the other, forming a visual dialogue that transcended words. As they walked deeper into the countryside, Daniel shared stories of faraway lands, deserts where the wind shaped the dunes like sculptors, and mountains where clouds clung to peaks like ethereal blankets. Clara spoke of her dreams, of paintings that captured emotions rather than mere images, and the delicate art of observing life in its quiet, unnoticed moments. With each story, each shared silence, their bond deepened, a bridge of mutual understanding and creativity forming between them. At noon, they paused by a serene pond, the surface reflecting the sky in perfect symmetry. Clara dipped her brush into the water, capturing reflections and ripples on paper, while Daniel photographed the interplay of light on water and the gentle sway of reeds. Laughter broke the calm as a frog leapt unexpectedly into the pond, splashing water onto their shoes. Their laughter echoed across the meadow, blending with the whispering wind, a sound of pure joy and companionship. The afternoon brought unexpected encounters. A traveling musician had set up near an old oak tree, playing melodies that seemed woven from the essence of the town itself. Clara sketched him as he played, while Daniel captured fleeting moments of townspeople pausing to listen, smiles spreading across faces. It was a celebration of life in its simplest, most beautiful form, a harmony of sound, image, and emotion. As the sun began its descent, painting the sky with hues of amber and rose, Clara and Daniel returned toward the town. Their conversation drifted from dreams to fears, ambitions to regrets, each word layered with sincerity and trust. Shadows lengthened across the streets, but there was no sense of darkness, only the soft glow of evening that promised continuity, hope, and shared discovery. Before parting ways, Daniel showed Clara the photographs he had taken throughout the day, each frame a testament to beauty, observation, and shared experience. Clara's sketches mirrored the same moments, her lines capturing emotion in ways a lens could not. They realized that together, they were not just observing life, they were interpreting it, understanding it, and creating a narrative that belonged uniquely to them. As they finally said goodbye, the evening stars began to twinkle above Eldridge. Clara walked home, sketchbook in hand, feeling a profound sense of contentment and inspiration. Daniel lingered on the street corner, camera resting, heart full, knowing that this was only the beginning of a journey neither had anticipated, but both were ready to embrace. Continue expanding with deeper introspection, small adventures, conversations with townsfolk, and moments of creativity to reach approximately 4,000 words. The morning mist hovered over Eldridge like a delicate veil, softening the edges of rooftops and cobblestone streets. Clara walked slowly, sketchbook clutched under her arm, feeling the quiet rhythm of the town awakening. Today was different. A sense of anticipation hummed in the air, as if the universe had aligned events in perfect timing. She recalled the laughter of the previous day, the shared glances, the connection that had grown through sketches, photographs, and unspoken understanding. Daniel had promised to meet her at the old bridge, a favorite place that overlooked the flowing river and the wildflowers along its banks. As he approached, camera in hand, he felt a mixture of excitement and calm. The river reflected the early sunlight, creating a tapestry of gold and silver ripples. Clara smiled upon seeing him, a silent acknowledgement that their journey together had entered a new chapter. They decided to venture beyond Eldridge, following a narrow path that led to forgotten ruins on the outskirts of the town. Ancient stone structures stood partially hidden beneath vines and moss, remnants of a history long past, yet full of stories. Clara sketched the architecture with meticulous detail, capturing the texture of the stones, the subtle decay, and the interplay of light and shadow. Daniel photographed the same scenes, framing each shot to highlight the mystery and beauty intertwined in the ruins. As they explored, they encountered an old gardener tending to a small patch of wildflowers. His face, weathered by years and sun, held a serene wisdom. He shared tales of Eldridge from decades ago, festivals long forgotten, legends whispered across generations, and the ebb and flow of life that shaped the town. Clara listened intently, her sketches now incorporating the gardener's anecdotes, while Daniel captured portraits and candid moments, turning memories into visual stories. Lunch was a picnic beside a hidden pond, its surface still and mirror-like, reflecting the sky and surrounding foliage. They shared sandwiches and tea, speaking of their dreams, their fears, and the unexpected twists of life that had led them here. Daniel spoke of travels yet to come, lands he longed to photograph, and the people whose stories he wished to tell. Clara spoke of exhibitions she dreamed of hosting, of art that touched souls, and the endless pursuit of capturing emotion. The afternoon unfolded with a series of small adventures, a narrow wooden bridge that creaked underfoot, a family of ducks darting into reeds, a sudden rain shower that forced them to seek shelter under an ancient oak tree. Each moment was filled with spontaneity, laughter, and the kind of quiet joy that only emerges when two kindred spirits share experiences together. As evening approached, the sky transformed into a canvas of oranges, pinks, and purples. They returned to Eldridge, carrying sketches, photographs, and memories that would remain etched in their hearts forever. The streets glowed in the fading light, lanterns flickering to life, and townsfolk moving quietly, absorbed in their own stories. Clara and Daniel paused at the town square, sharing a final look of understanding, an acknowledgement that their journey had only just begun. Before parting, they made plans to collaborate on a project, a fusion of photography and sketches that captured the essence of Eldridge, its people, and the landscapes that had inspired them. They realized that art and life were inseparable, each moment a brushstroke, each memory a photograph, collectively forming a narrative that transcended language and time. As stars emerged, Clara returned home, sketchbook filled with new visions, heart full of inspiration, and a renewed sense of purpose. Daniel lingered on the riverbank, camera resting, capturing the last rays of the sun on the water, reflecting on the extraordinary beauty of connection, creativity, and the unpredictable paths life could take when two souls aligned. Continue expanding with detailed interactions, introspective thoughts, town exploration, creative sessions, and emotional depth to reach approximately 4,000 words.